Coming in from Indiana. First numbers coming in fact, from the state of Indiana. 11 electoral votes. Donald Trump has a significant lead. 1% of the vote is in. Once again, caution everybody, very, very early in Indiana. He's got a lead of 1,688 votes over Hillary Clinton. You can see 69.3% for Donald Trump, 27.5% very early in Indiana, but Trump has a lead. Also a lead in Kentucky. Once again, very early, but he's got a 5,500 vote lead over Hillary Clinton in Kentucky right now. 8 electoral votes at stake in Kentucky. We're about to get a lot more results. Stand by. I want to go over to John King over at the Magic Wall. North Carolina. Let's take a look at North Carolina because a critical closes in less than an hour, a little bit more than an hour or so from now. But North Carolina, there's already a case, a court case involved. The Democrats are challenging one of the polling areas.
Democrats are trying to keep the polls open for an extra 90 minutes here in Durham County. They say there were some machine issues early on, and so they have some lines, and they're trying to keep the polls open in this county. 2.8%, so about 3% of the state's population. Why is this important? Why are Democrats say keeping it open? Let's go back in history. Here in 2012, Durham County, 76% for the Democrat, President Obama, 23% for Mitt Romney. If you go back to 2008, when President Obama carried the state, pretty much the same, 76%. So you pull out to the map here, that's 2008. Let's come back to 2012. Obviously, this area of the state, the Raleigh-Durham area, is absolutely critical in this competitive battleground state, but Durham in particular, Democrats need those votes. So they're in court right now trying to keep them open, and this is what we're going to watch all night. This has become, Florida was the closest election in 2012. Demographically, North Carolina is probably the most closely contested battleground state. We expect Florida and North Carolina to be two of our most competitive states tonight, and that area of the state, Wolf, is absolutely critical. You come into Wake County here, next door to the Raleigh-Durham area. President Obama won by 11 points. Hillary Clinton needs
almost 10% of the population of the state.
Right, it's a very big chunk of the state population, and here, this is two battlegrounds within the battleground, in the sense that you need African-American turnout, and those college-educated white voters, especially suburban women, will be critical here. But Durham is a much more Democratic base area. This is a swing area. Wake County next door is a swing area. It goes Democrat now. The question is the margins for the Democrat to be competitive statewide. Here, the Democrats, this is a basket of Democratic votes, and if those polls close early, just do the math. People don't vote, you don't get those numbers. And so that's why you have the court case going on right now, because this is absolutely pivotal to Hillary Clinton and the overall vote count in North Carolina.
The polls close in North Carolina 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Same in Ohio, which is so important, especially for Donald Trump.
If Donald Trump does not win Ohio, he will not win the presidency. You see here 51-47 against, this is the Obama-Romney race. This is absolutely critical to Donald Trump, and we lean Ohio in Donald Trump's favor in our electoral map because he has consistently led by a small amount, but a consistent, steady lead in Ohio. So what are we going to look for? Number one, on the Democratic side, can Hillary Clinton pull this state back, if you will, pull it away from Donald Trump? It's all right here. Cuyahoga County, other places as well, but we'll know our first indication is African-American and Democratic-based turnout in Cuyahoga County. Can she do that? And not just with the percentages, but with the map, the numbers, the turnout numbers. The next question we'll have in Ohio, and this will be the same case in North Carolina, in Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania, in every big swing state, who wins the battle for the suburbs? Close presidential elections increasingly decided in the suburbs. Look how close Lake County, Ohio was back in 2012. President Obama close enough to keep winning the state. So we're going to look here as well in Ohio. And then if you look at the middle of the state, going to be a bit of a broken record tonight, but we go through now, we can study this in Kentucky. We're going to get it soon in Virginia, and then we're going to see it in Ohio. How does Donald Trump do in these areas here? Especially here, just over the Pennsylvania border, Youngstown area, that's a Democratic area. What are the margins? What is he getting for those white, blue-collar voters who usually vote Democratic, who might be listening to Donald Trump? Maybe they think he's better able to handle the economy. Maybe they like the trade message. Maybe they like the immigration message. So we're going to look in here. And then in these smaller counties in Ohio and in many of the key battleground states, you're just looking, how does he do compared to Mitt Romney? Is he getting more of these blue-collar white voters? Donald Trump has to run it up in the rural areas, and the big question here will be African-American turnout in Cleveland and the Columbus area.
Let's not forget John Casey, the governor, voted this time for John McCain, not for the Republican nominee. We're nearing a pivotal moment in the presidential race. Coming up at the top of the hour, the first results from two of tonight's battlegrounds. We're talking about Georgia and Virginia. We're going to get important clues about how this night may turn out. Stay with us.